Hi everyone, my name is Sam and welcome back to Jazz and Jetlag. Last night after having no luck finding my rum or whiskey, I headed back to the place where I was staying and grabbed a beer at the hotel spa. That's where I met the owner and her family. Coincidentally, her name was Sammy too. As we talked, we quickly became friends. They asked how long I would be staying and I told them I would be leaving the very next day. But they insisted. They want to show me the real side of Java, far away from the usual tourist trail. So without thinking twice, I extended my stay. The next morning, Sammy lent her car and sent her son, along with her sister and her brother-in-law, to show me around. And together, we set off on a journey through places most visitors never get to see. And what life in Indonesia is really like. And what happened next became one of the most authentic experiences of my entire trip. So stick around until the end, cause I'm about to show you what Indonesia's hospitality truly looks like.
You sign, the song begins, you speak, and I hear violins, it's magic.
So what's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. So really nice enjoying this beach with locals, having conversation about Indonesian culture, their belief, their country's history and all. It's really a unique experience, I'll say. So with me I have Hira.
Hello.
He's the owner of the hotel where I'm staying.
I'm the son of the owner.
You're gonna be the owner in future, right?
Soon.
So it's okay. So he's gonna tell you guys something about the history. Please.
Yeah, so the history of the South Sea.
Okay,
In a brief one.
sure.
So there was once a princess. She was like really pretty, beautiful, and everyone loves her.
As we walked along the beach, Sammy's son Hira shared one of the most famous stories in Java. According to local folklore, these waters are home to the legendary Queen of the Southern Sea. The story says she was once a beautiful princess, but cause of her jealousy and conflict with the royal palace, she was cursed and became seriously ill. Unable to remain in her kingdom, she left wandered across Java until she reached the southern coast. When she arrived at the ocean, she walked into the waves, but instead of disappearing, she transformed into a powerful queen who would rule the southern sea forever. Even today, the legend remains deeply rooted in Javanese culture. Many people grew up hearing the story, and some believe that the queen of the southern sea still watches over these waters. That's why this beach is more than just a beautiful destination. For many locals, it's a place where nature, culture, and centuries of tradition come together. Whether the story is true or not, hearing it from Hira while standing on this beach made the experience even more special.
She can transform into like, I think, like half human, half fish.
Mermaid.
Yeah, like mermaid.
Ah, okay.
But also, she like ascended from princess into a entity. Now, she like ruled the South Sea.
Oh, this unique story.
Yeah,
And when it happened, like how many years ago?
a long time ago when uh I'm not really sure when. There was no exact time,
Okay.
but it's the age of like kerajaan itu, like the kings and queens. Yeah, and that's about it. And we call her Kadita.
And she's the goddess.
Yeah, the goddess of the sea, the
She's
South
the goddess of the South Sea. As you can see, the sea is right over here. Thanks for the interesting story. You have more things to say?
Sea. Soon will be coming.
Sure.
I may not be exact about the story, but that's what.
That's what people, locals believe.
Yeah.
This place has a lot of interesting history.
Yeah, I would say that. And not just the sea, but the mountains, the land. Every corner is sacred to us.
Every corner is sacred. Right. Yeah, it's recording. Thank you.
Okay.
When I checked into their hotel just a day earlier, I never expected any of this. What started with a beer at the hotel's bar turned into a conversation about India, Indonesia, food, culture, and everyday life. Somewhere along the way, strangers became friends, and that's one of the things I enjoy most about solo traveling. Sometimes all it takes is a simple conversation to completely change your plan, and that's what exactly happened there. As we continued talking, they noticed that I have been coughing quite a bit. They asked what was wrong. wrong, and I explained them about my sickness. Most people would have simply wished you a quick recovery and move on, but not them. In their eyes, I wasn't just a guest anymore. Sammy's sister and her husband wanted me to help in their own way. According to local tradition, they suggested a cleansing ritual, something they believed could help a person reconnect with nature and restore balance. Despite coming from a different culture and a different faith, I chose to approach it with curiosity and respect. Not because I was expecting a miracle, but because I wanted to understand their traditions, just as they had taken the time to understand mine. And so, with an open heart, I agreed to take a part in their ritual. According to local Javanese belief, nature can help a person find balance. The ocean, the wind, the earth are seen as more than just a parts of nature. They are believed to be deeply connected to our body, mind and spirit. They told me that when someone is feeling tired or unwell, spending time in nature can help them reconnect with themselves and their surroundings. It wasn't just a medical treatment, just a tradition that has been passed down through generations. They asked me to sit by the shoreline, feel the sand beneath my feet, let the sea breeze flow through me, and allow the ocean become part of my experience. At first, I wasn't sure what to expect. But as I sat there listening to the waves, I realized how long it had been since I truly enjoyed the sea. For years, I had avoided getting into the water, partly because I didn't know how to swim, and partly because I always had an excuse. Yet on that day, surrounded by the people who had welcomed me like their family, those worries slowly faded away. The waves, the ocean, and the kindness they showed me helped me to forget about everything else for a while. For a moment, I wasn't thinking about tomorrow, my plans, or my problem. I was simply there, standing in the Indian Ocean, thousands of kilometers away from home, with the people I had met only a day before, yet who treated me like their old friend. And that's one of the greatest gifts travel can offer. Not just a place, but new people, new perspective, and moments you'll remember long after the journey is over.
So after spending time here at the beach, as you can see, I'm all soaked in water and water and sand. And thanks for the videography. And now we're leaving. So first, let me get cleaned up, and then I'll speak.
After spending time at the beach, my Indonesian family told me they got one more place to show. A hidden gem of Java that many locals proudly call the Bali of Java. So we got back into the car and began the journey. It took around 40 minutes to get there, but honestly it wasn't any rush. As we drove through the countryside, I found myself completely lost in the views outside the window. Endless greenery, quiet villages, empty roads, and the landscape that seemed untouched by time. It reminded me of the journey I used to make as a child in the late 90s. I've always loved the countryside. There's something about the green fields, simple villages, and nature that brings back a sense of peace and nostalgia. Maybe because that's how I grew up, and even today, no matter how many countries I've been, a part of me still feels nostalgic whenever I'm surrounded by this kind of beauty. Little did I know, the best part of the day was still waiting ahead. What I was about to see next would completely take me by surprise. The place was so beautiful and untouched. For a moment, it didn't feel even real. There are only a handful of people around, and I was the only foreigner there, and that made the experience even more authentic. But there wasn't the only surprise waiting for me. Hidden among the stunning sanctuary, I came across a Hindu temple, ancient-looking statues, and even a giant dragon sculpture that completely caught me off guard. It wasn't the last thing that I expected to find in this part of Java. The combination of nature, culture, and mythology made the place feel almost unreal. Every corner looked like a painting, yet somehow even more beautiful in real. And trust me, the videos don't do this place justice. So, in my next vlog, I'll take you with me to discover the place many people call the Bali of Java, a destination that completely exceeded my expectations and became one of the most breathtaking places I have ever seen on this journey. And with that, we've reached the end of today's journey. If you would have made it this far, you already know the 3 things every YouTuber asks you to do, so I'll leave that part up to you. If you'd like to know how the story began, be sure to check out my previous video where I explored Malioboro Street and learned about Indonesia's journey through Dutch colonial rule and the Japanese occupation and its path to independence. Thank you for joining me on this adventure, and remember, sometimes the best part of travel isn't the destination, it's the people you met along the way. Until then, keep exploring, stay curious, and never stop chasing stories. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!